Manchester United have beaten Fulham away from home 2-1. Really pleased with that from Manchester United to get the job done. It was fucking hard work for Manchester United to get that job done. We've rotated the side slightly, and from what I've been saying in past games, Manchester United's team, when we do rotate and rest a couple of players, a bit of an out of form Marcus Rashford, when we've rested him this evening, Manchester United, I wasn't confident that we were going to win that game in the second half there, and it is worrying for Manchester United. I thought there were some poor performances out there today, but we have deserved to get the victory. But it was a moment of brilliance from Paul Pogba, and my concern with watching this performance and previous games is that it's been, against Burnley as well, it was a moment of brilliance from Paul Pogba as well that won Manchester United the game, and the other game was a scrappy 2-1 against Villa with a penalty, and that Wolves one was a deflected shot at the last grasp, and Watford was only a goal from a set piece. This is becoming a bit worrying for me for Manchester United, and I did say that it was good signs for Manchester United that were just getting the job done and ticking over, winning by the odd goal here and there, pretty much every game, which was what Liverpool done a lot last season to win their title. But I just don't think that this is going to carry on for Manchester United. The way we're looking, I'm concerned. We've got to improve in terms of scoring goals, I believe, if Manchester United to carry on winning games of football. This on paper was a winnable game for Manchester United, and we've got through it. We're a better team than Fulham. I think the first few minutes Fulham were okay, they got their goal, but I think Manchester United thoroughly deserved to get the victory, no doubt about that, I really do. But we've we brought Mason Greenwood back into the fold after that game against Liverpool, where he was only a substitute and only come in the last couple of minutes. And what the fuck was that from Greenwood this evening? I know a lot of people are talking about it on social media, because he's such a talked about footballer in the game and at Manchester United, but that was absolutely horrendous from Greenwood, really poor, and I just don't see this form turning around at the moment. Greenwood, I don't have a fucking Scooby-Doo what has gone wrong with him, but he looks an absolute shadow of the player he was last season. He really does. I cannot remember the last time that he actually had a fucking good game. I really can't, to be honest. With Manchester United making another sign-in, could he get game time ahead of Greenwood over the next few weeks? That is a big question, because if he comes into the team and stamps his authority and has a good spell, he could knock Mason Greenwood out that first 11, because Mason Greenwood isn't even getting in a first 11 at this moment in time. He is a fringe player at best at this moment in time, and it is really worrying there. Martial wasn't as bad as Greenwood, but still, he is not in form either. So there is concerns there. Obviously, positive is that Edison Cavani got himself another goal there, sniffing around in that penalty area and grabbing himself a goal. He was given man of the match. I'm not too sure who I would have given man of the match to actually, but he was given man of the match on BT Sport, I think, and I see it on Twitter that he was given that he was awarded man of the match anyway. So, and obviously then second half, when we got that wonderful strike from Paul Pogba, fit enough to win any game of football. And I've said for a while that if Paul Pogba's playing as well as he has in recent weeks, he should be starting for Manchester United. Who gives a fuck if he, as I've said many times before, who gives a fuck if he's leaving in the summer? All I want is Manchester United to be successful, and if we stand any chance of challenging for this Premier League title this season, I think Paul Pogba's got to be at the forefront of this team and performances, because we've seen that Bruno Fernandes has had a below par performance by his standards. He has had some shots in this game that were saved in the first half by the goalkeeper, but by his standards he's had a few poor performances recently, and it's nice that Paul Pogba stepped up to the plate, because Bruno Fernandes wasn't going to keep scoring goals, creating chances, playing well every single game. There was going to be peaks and troughs. There is for most players in a season, unless you're like Messi and Ronaldo or some weird, crazy players that aren't even human. Every other player has peaks and troughs in a season, they do. And this may be a little dip in, just like teams do. Teams don't consistently win all season unless you have a mad season like Man City did, where they've got 100 points. Teams often go for a blip, And the same happens with players. They go through, the top players don't go through bigger blips like teams don't, but they do go through blips and bad form. And maybe Bruno Fernandes is having a little bit of a bad form at the moment. Maybe Rashford is as well. But we're still getting the job done at the moment in time, but we're not free flowing and banging in goals left, right and centre. As I said before, I think I said it in the preview, when I can't remember the last time Manchester United scored 3 goals in a game. It was probably the last time we put a load of goals in was probably that Leeds game. So there is still a lot of concern, and we're nowhere near a finished article for Manchester United. I mean, Diallo will come into this Manchester United team, I believe, in the next few weeks. Apparently he's training well, so that could be a positive sign for Manchester United, because out on them wider areas at the moment in time with Martial and Greenwood today, they weren't good enough for Manchester United. I don't think in order for Manchester United to be winning games of football, they're not being consistent enough. Well, certainly Greenwood's been, as I've said before, been horrendous for Manchester United this season, and he's not looking like scoring goals, not looking like getting assists either. He's not really a creator. He's always a guy that would think of shooting first before trying to pass, but he's not even looking like he's going to score a goal for Manchester United. And at this moment in time, we might be better off with the new guy out on that right hand side. He might be able to create chances, may even have an eye for goal himself, so maybe we'll see him over the next few weeks. We have got Sheffield United coming up in our next Premier League game, so could we see a bit of rotation again? I mean, we might see a similar lineup to this, I'm not too sure, but I would expect some rotation for that game against Liverpool at the weekend. But I would expect probably Rashford was rested for that game. Bruno Fernandes cannot be, cannot keep playing him every single game, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe the Sheffield United game would be a better game to rotate and rest someone like Bruno Fernandes, because I mean, even if he's having an off day, he could still create or score a chance for Manchester United. And we desperately need to beat them Scousers. I can't bear the thought of Manchester United losing to them. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. A win's a win, and I'll take that all day long. I'd prefer that over winning 5-0 and then drawing the next game against Sheffield United. Obviously, you'd keep taking these 2-1s, 1-0s all day long over a winning 5-0 one week and drawing the next or something. So we go again against Liverpool at the weekend, and then Sheffield United next week. It doesn't calm down for Manchester United. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're watching this on Facebook, please do hit the share button, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.